Well, bright and early. Mark's Equipment's got his rotator out here. We're just getting some diesel. What are we at? We're using mud flap here. I think it's saving us that 29 cents a gallon. It's still expensive, but cheaper than the turnpike, that's for sure. Got the gator behind us, headed to make a freight pickup. Even though we deadhead probably 330 miles to pick it up, it all makes sense for me doing this. It's some of that substation power equipment we move occasionally. I help a buddy of mine out that has like the contract to move this stuff, and it's usually time sensitive stuff, so me deadheading out there is not really a big deal, and it pays for itself. 31 gallons in the auxiliary tank, might as well top off the main tank while we're here. All right, well, we're here at pickup. This parking lot's a little rough. Whoa, sunglasses. And from what I hear, the safety lady is here. The safety instructor lady, madam, ma'am. So I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm gonna park out here real quick, and I'm gonna get my vest on, and I forget what else is here. I think it's earplugs. I don't think you have to wear a hard hat in here. I know we have to wear hard hats on site, but I don't think in the warehouse. So I'm gonna park out here in like the strapping area and walk in, because I'm not sure where they're gonna load me at today. They might have because they have a yard truck. The yard truck's out here with a trailer, so they might have me back into the building. Sometimes I back into the building here. Sometimes they load me outside, but we'll see. Let's get got my vest right here. Already pulled that out. Got my earplugs, and we'll see what they got in store for. Well, if it seems like I'm yelling, it's because I have earplugs in. I wear wax ones, because the other ones hurt my ears. Like, I can't wear AirPods or anything, because they really irritate my ears. But he told me just to go ahead and back in the building here. He walked out, said they were waiting for me. So I told him I'd be here as soon as I got back from lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and back in the building, and probably just be waiting in my truck while they load me. And when I pull out, I'll show you guys what we got. See that? That is what I'm talking about. Loaded, 15 minutes. I will pull out of the building, and I'll start working on getting strapped up. Doing direct work like this, and when they know you're coming and what time, everything's ready to go. So I got one pick, 2 drops with this. They added a second drop. I knew about it yesterday, and because he asked me how much more I'd want to do a second drop, but it's on my way home, a little out of the way. It's on one of the ways home, should I say. I could go this way home. It's a little out of the way, but for the extra money, I'll do it. So today's Thursday, and he's got to drop this back section of the trailer, which I'll show you guys. Back into where I was, and strap up. The back section has to deliver at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'll have to look at the address and see if it's a substation or a holding lot or what it is. It's all First Energy parts. So the guy scared me in there and said, hey, you know your trailer's leaning to the one side. And I was like, great. Like, some of these roads you drive on here, because they're like roads for like the pipeline, like vac trucks and the sandbox trucks and everything, got the roads so torn up. I was really worried that something had broke, but I was sitting in a hole in the concrete inside. Dude scared the crap out of me. And all it was is I was sitting in the hole. And never did I think it's November the 3rd, 2nd. Watch died. Hold on. November the 3rd. I'm gonna be taking this sweatshirt off because it is freaking hot outside. Alright, here's what we got. One drop here that's staying in the front. This is the second drop. First drop, I'm just starting to throw straps. I'm gonna put one more back there, but so in total, I think this is under 5,000 pounds. I have to look exactly. I'm not sure how much this was. I think that might be 4,000 or so. I have to look though, but you can see it's a, I guess, stand for some kind of antenna or a pole or something, but that's gonna catch some wind, but it's not all that heavy, so I'm not worried about it. So you see this gas station right here? There's a Subway right there. Not that that matters, but it just reminded me of something. So years and years ago, probably 6-7 years ago, I bought my first gooseneck out of Ohio here. Paid cash for it. Only paid $5,200 for a brand new 25-foot gooseneck. And that, I don't know why I remember, that gas station right there is the first place I stopped after I picked that trailer up. I stopped there to get fuel, and then I walked over to that Subway and got lunch and headed home. I used my 6'4" Power Stroke to go pick that trailer up. I had just put a gooseneck hitch in and finished it the night before at like, actually no, I finished the gooseneck at like, and the plug in the bed at like 3 or 4 p.m. and then came to Ohio from there, slept, tried to get a hotel. That's what happened. I tried to get a hotel and they were booked because the Football Hall of Fame was in town. No, the Pro Bowl. Was it the Pro Bowl? Or no, it was a Hall of Fame convention or something. Anyways, because Canton, Ohio is where the NFL Hall of Fame is. They had a convention and all the hotels were booked. And I just ended up sleeping in my truck because I got like, by the time I got here, it was probably like 11 or 12. And then I met the people at 8 o'clock, at 7 o'clock at the dealership. So I ended up sleeping in my truck that night, picked up my first gooseneck. I'm gonna try to go back through and see if I can find a picture of that, because that was a gas station just brought up a good memory of where all this started. Well, really just a quick load check here. It's probably our last stop before we get back to the house. Got about 2 hours left. Our dunnage is kind of slid, but the turnpike, it's rough, man. Figured out why it took me the weird way out here is because westbound there's 2 major accidents. But you know what I was looking at? I haven't hooked to this trailer in a while. I think after this winter, if I still have this trailer, it's gonna get some touch up on the paint. Gators are known for terrible paint, but I mean, I have to assume this trailer here probably has, I'd say somewhere between 150 and 200,000 miles. Because if you remember correctly, I bought this thing used, and I don't really know how many miles are on it. I also don't know how many I've really put on it, but I've used the crap out of this trailer. That's why I was thinking about selling it, which I might still do, depending on how the market is. I really just want a 40 flat, because this is really the only freight I'm interested in hauling, is helping my buddy Connor out with this kind of stuff. And if I had a 40 footer, that would probably help some of the loads. And I don't know, you know, as soon as I get rid of a trailer with mega ramps, I'll regret it. And I want mega ramps or need mega ramps again, so I hate to just keep buying stuff without getting rid of stuff, but I'm already planning on getting rid of. I got a guy on the Freightliner. If you guys are interested in my Freightliner, it's for sale. I've got it marked down at 10.5. I'll be honest, that's exactly what I paid for it. So just trying to get money out of it and move on. And I want to probably I don't really want to mess. I was gonna say part out the Chevy, but I'll probably just sell it the way it is, needing a motor, and just give whoever buys it a box of all the parts and stuff, because everything's there. Just needs heads, and it just needs a long block at this point. But just took a little break here, did a load check, and we got about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so to the house. And we got to be back up at 4 tomorrow, because this delivers at 4. I mean, delivers at 8, and it's about 3.5 hours or so up into New Jersey from the house to get this delivered. And then the back portion, and then the front portion delivers between, I think they wanted it there, deliver Friday. Driver will deliver around noon, 1 p.m. So I'll have to call. I think they're both First Energy sites. I have to get on and look to see if they're substations or if they are holding yards. Remember how I was talking about weight earlier? It's actually about 6,800 pounds is what I've got on me. So, not all that heavy. The front piece is 1,500. And about 53 on the back, so not too bad at all. Let me turn you guys around here. We are in Breezewood, getting off the turnpike, trying to get on 70, and it is a mess. I think the last time I came through here, they were doing some kind of construction or something on the road here, or maybe it's just this busy, because I know these stoplights get stopped up, but they usually run long enough to let people kind of get a move on and get through. I don't know. This week today's Thursday. This week's worn me out pretty good. I don't know. I haven't run that hard, but it's kind of just been, I mean, I guess I did run hard on Tuesday. Monday I spent the day getting loaded. I don't know. Here comes a safety patrol car. Maybe there's an accident or something. I'm going over top of the road here, so I should be able to see. Yeah, they're doing some kind of construction, just as, I see. Yeah, they got one lane shut down here getting onto 70 East. And I'm guessing people just either not paying attention to the signs and merging over, blocking up traffic, or just the amount of vehicles right now is a little too heavy for one lane. But, what's about 100 miles from here to the house? Something like that, which is kind of weird, because this used to be just 30 miles from my house, 27 to be exact. Go that way, right over the mountain, which there's a length limit of 36-foot trailer. I actually got pulled over one time. Pulling my wedge. I got pulled over one time by a state trooper going over the mountain. And thankfully I was empty, and I was able to say, you know, I was just going home, and he kind of just let me slide, but dang, that's bright. Alright, I'm getting off of here because I can't even see. The sun is so terrible.